Welcome back to the channel. I'm off out after salmon today. I'm on the upper reaches of a little Cumbrian river. The water is crystal clear, so I'm going to walk, cover plenty of ground, try and spot a fish, and if I do, I'm going to cast a prawn at it. That's my tactics for today. So yeah, I'm going to keep walking down and see if I can find any good pearls or any fish sitting out in them. Hopefully I do. So I've been walking down this river for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just checking every little likely spot for a salmon, and I've come to this bit just here and I can see 2 salmon. I don't think the camera will pick them up, but it's I'll show you. It's in a real snaggy pool. There's a big massive tree in it, but gotta try and hook them first. So I'll get set up and put the prawn on. I'll have a couple of casts at one of them and see if they're interested. So I'll give you a quick run through of the gear I used just before I nip into this pool and try and catch one of these fish. I've got my 10 to 30 gram bass rod with 30-pound braid on it, down to a swivel, and then off the swivel I've tied a little bit of line and I've put a little shot on it. Hopefully that's the right amount for this pool. I might need to adjust that depending on the current and depth. Then I've got a trace of about 4 foot, I would say, a 12-pound line to a shrimp and pin to 1.5 inches and a size 10 treble. So this is how I mount the prawn. So you get your prawn and snap the tail section off it, straighten it out, and then you slide the pin right down the middle of the prawn and then put the treble just in the head of it, pull the line tight, and that there should be a perfect bait for these salmon. Right, let's go in and see if we can get one. My first cast into a pool is usually just to gauge depth and current. As you can see, I'm giving it some more line to let it fish just that little bit deeper. Now I've seen how this setup will react in this pool, I can now make a cast to where I'm seeing them fish. So I've cast to the other side of the river, opposite where I'm seeing them fish. Hopefully it'll find a nice depth and swing in front of the salmon. Yeah, there we go. Really snaggy in this pool, so I'll need to play it quite hard. Just a little gross looking at that. It's not happy. in the net. Ooh. Nearly. There we go. What a battle that was in this little area. Just a little fish as well, probably about £4. But with all them snags, you've really got to get bent into them. What a nice little fish. So there we go, there's a fish. Only a little fish, about £3.5, £4. But glad to spot it and cast to it and catch this little salmon. It was very good. Well, after catching that fish, I did try for the other one, but couldn't get it to take. So I'm not going to hang around. I'm going to go back to my car and drive around and fish some deeper pools that I know will definitely have some fish in them. The fish are quite stale. They've seen spinners and flies and shrimps and all sorts, but you never know. Just with that nip in the air this morning, it might have just switched a couple of them on. So I'll go down, fish maybe 2 or 3 pools, and if the line goes tight, bonus. I've already had a salmon, so yeah, it was good. This pool is perfect for salmon in low water. It's really deep and it's got plenty of cover. I'm targeting that tree on the far side. That's where I think they'll be hanging out. Presentation with this method is absolutely key, so I'll move down just to get a bit of a better angle to put the bait. Yep, there we go. That was a weird take. I could have hooked this a bit weird actually. Didn't expect that. Just another little grills. Try and get my net sorted. Ooh. It did not like the sight of that net. Ooh. As if it's just woke up. As if it didn't know it was hooked. There we go, it actually swam into the net. The fish is ours. Nice little grilse again, another small grilse, about 3.5, 4 pound, real small. Get it unhooked and get it put back. A little look at this fish, then I'll get it slipped back. There we go. Real small salmon, probably 3.5 pound. I'll quickly get her slipped back. So after catching that fish, I moved on in search of another one. I kept walking up the river, slowly looking, just to see any signs of any fish. I come up to this pearl, where the main tributary of this river joins, and although I couldn't see any fish, I thought it'd be worth a cast. Oh, that chest didn't come after it while I was reeling in. Oh, scrapper. Didn't think there was anything in, so I started reeling as if I was going to go, and bang, hit it. Oh, trying to go upstream. Ooh, it isn't half putting up a fight for the size of it, listen. Ooh. I think this is a bit bigger than the last ones I've had. Seems a bit thicker anyway. It's wrapped up in its fin a little bit. See if we can get it in the net. There we go, it's in, just. Oh. Soaked us. That's a bit of a bigger fish, probably more near 5, and the hook has just come out in the net, so that's absolutely ideal. Perfect. I'll get a slip back. There we go, there's a fish. Nice little grilse, maybe 5 pound, maybe that one. And away she goes. Fantastic, I can still see her right out there. Well, I think that'll do it for today's session. It's been a brilliant few hours, sight fishing the first one out and then catching the other 2 blind. The last one was a real shock. I was winding in and it just come out of nowhere and nailed the prawn. But yeah, it's been a good session. Hope you've enjoyed the video.